Last night I looked on Shorts and I saw that this feature, the AI feature on Shorts for creating Shorts was gone. And then lo and behold, I woke up this morning and it was back again. Like, I'm sorry, but this is a problem. This is a very big problem, not only for me, but for other creators on YouTube, because they're going to become overly reliant on using this feature, and I'm afraid that they're going to use it unethically and not indicate that it is AI. That they're going to use the video feature or the music feature or something like that that's hard to tell and make it just so real and make it um just so hard to tell if it's AI or not. And then they are going to um yeah, then they're gonna post the content and do all those kind of things because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they allow you to post it publicly. Like I can't believe this. Why on earth did I look on Shorts and not see this thing, and then I woke up and I saw it again? I don't understand. What? Yeah, I mean, with this thing specifically, not anything else, but with this feature, YouTube has a problem. And YouTube should take this thing down. Not only is it dangerously addictive and life consuming, but it is aspects of it are unethical. It is too good to be true. It shows things that are so real that can you tell it's AI or not? And I put in a name of a song, or sorry, a person, and they allowed me to create it. Like they didn't go in, I can't believe this. They got rid of it, and they didn't go in and make modifications to it. Like I thought that they would. I thought that they would get rid of it once and for all, and they put it back, and I was thinking, okay, they made modifications to it. But they didn't. And I have been creating content because I've been addicted to it. And well, it was an option for me. So I'm going to create it. Like, I hope I'm not making a big deal out of nothing about this. I don't think I am, because this is something that I'm not going to let slide, that I'm not going to be quiet about, because this is ridiculous. I mean, this thing is a monster. It's an addiction. You're drinking. I'm really mad. As I've said before, not just for my sake, but for the sake of other creators. Oh, just don't use it. Just don't look. You know how they say, just don't look, just don't look. No. Okay, no. Like, it's an option. People are going to use it. And I'm not going to limit my content. I am not going to just let it slide and have them continue to get away with this thing, just wanting people to get sucked in to technology even more, making it way worse. And I think that this is something that you should um um aware about. It's so simple to say just don't look. I mean, I am not going to continue using it. I do not want this to be an option or temptation for not only myself but for other creators. Am I the only one that doesn't know right from wrong? Am I the only one that doesn't know common sense? Am I the only one concerned about this? Am I the only one making videos about this? Or are there others out there who feel the same way that are trying? I never pictured myself adding this in, And I don't want, my language to be like, oh, big and, whatever. But if we could create a movement, a small movement where we don't use the feature, where we avoid the temptation to use the feature, for those who feel the similar or same way as I do. I mean, it's not entirely um, unethical. There are aspects of it that I feel are unethical or on the edge of being unethical. That's what I was yeah, was. That's what I'm addressing here. So, if we could just say, no, I am going to not use this. I'm going to choose not to use this so that YouTube gets the message. People are not using it for certain reasons. We need to take this thing down. Um, and that should have happened, um, the night before, I made this video when I discovered that it was gone. I was like, hallelujah, it's gone. The distraction and the temptation that I feel is unhealthy is gone. But nope, it, either, my phone for some reason wasn't working, but I don't think that it was that my phone was working perfectly fine. I have no idea why it was gone and then I saw it again. I just don't. But I think that it's YouTube. I just, the fact that they would take it away and then bring it back again, kind of, I'm a little bit suspicious about. And I want to send this message to YouTube. However, this is, I found out, I discovered that this is not an appropriate message to send to YouTube because, and YouTube probably only responds to reports, only if, they're, unethical or a big issue. So what, I will do what I can do, and that is to make this video, and that is inspiring you to use the shorts for other reasons, not to use it, and to produce only your own content. To produce only your own content. I think that is, very, very important. Is for you to produce your own content. I don't think that you should come onto YouTube and just use that feature alone. I mean, at least if you use it, have your own content, your own videos like I do on my channel. Most of the videos on my channel are my own content. Only a few of them are AI videos. And I also said, in this video, well, it doesn't label it. I mean, it does, but um, is it really that obvious, or should you label it anyway? Personally, for me, I do not want a copyright strike or something on my channel, so I make sure, not excessively or unnecessarily, but I make sure that I label the shorts that I have produced that, I think will come down. I mean, I can't, honestly, thinking about it right now, I don't think that I can even use it anymore. I just don't think I can even do it anymore because I was not against it before, but I think I'm pretty against it now. And for those who are like me, um, you know, we kind of need to, kind of band together and, um, you know, have someday this addictive, unhealthy feature, at least, in my case, I'm sure for a lot of others out there because of how it's designed. Um, someday this feature will be gone. And um, I'm just kind of, I'll be waiting for that day when that feature is gone. but I'm going to make the choice myself not to use it. I'm going to produce only my own content, and I'm not going to use AI in my videos. So, or make AI videos or AI songs or whatever you can, publish that is AI. So let us show YouTube that this is not good and this is a problem for those who are on my side with this. Anyway, back to the video. The metaphor that I'm going to be using, and it's like, you're addicted to wine and somebody takes the bottles away from you and you're distraught and you're mad and you're surprised. But then deep down you feel relief because you don't have to um deal with the addiction anymore. It's like I'm done. I can move on. I can um focus on other things. I can get my life back together again. I can live a healthier, happier, purer life, cleaner life. And then the person comes back and says, here are the bottles again. You can drink however much you want. Like that's what YouTube did. And I don't think that that is right. You don't do that to somebody who has an addiction. You deal with it, you take action, you take initiative. You don't just give in to the person giving an addiction. That is not YouTube is not showing that they care about the sake of mental health and creators' sake and the well-being of other creators on YouTube. With this, what I was going to say was to show somebody that you are, well, I'm going to phrase it this way. What is loving to a person that you care about is being caring, compassionate, but unshakably determined to help them with an addiction, with doing something to help them with an addiction by taking it away and taking action. Yeah, I mean, you see this on Dr. Phil, you see this on all kinds of things like that. I was seeing Dr. Phil, and there was this one episode where this intervention happened with somebody drug addicting. Okay, don't think that I'm making this up and making a big deal out of nothing. I know that I am not. I'm just gonna say that without defending myself even more because it's unnecessary. I shouldn't have to. Um, and they were giving this intervention in short, and the person was screaming and yelling and doing all those kind of things, but it was ultimately good for them. That's just an example. There are aspects of it that are illegal. There are aspects of it that are just plain flat out wrong. Like, for example, it is a red flag to me why I could create, because I wanted to and I could, so I did. But it is still a red flag to me that I could put somebody's name in and a song came up about them. And then preferably, okay, no, 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 no. This is not my fault. I prefer to show the person so that you know who I'm talking about. Showing my face doesn't work. Like, I can't have that. I want to be creative with that. I want to show the other person's face. If I create those shorts, for example, and YouTube takes them down, and their reason is because you showed the person's face, that is no excuse. You cannot blame me for creating stuff with that feature. It's your fault for even putting that thing on there and not putting the proper restrictions on it. What's also not necessarily an excuse is if YouTube doesn't censor and put the proper restrictions on this feature if it should be not unethical, but pretty risky, and I have a really bad feeling with it. I mean, I did say it was, illegal. Um, it's not, totally illegal. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but I mean, I just after using it, and now I just have a really bad feeling about it, as I've said. So it is no excuse for YouTube to say, "Oh, we can't do that because we can't make proper restrictions." Because um, AI runs on its own. We can't control it. We can't control AI and what its ability to do. We can't get in there and change and put restrictions. And so YouTube wouldn't put something risky and dangerous on there, would they? I mean, I may be making a big deal out of nothing, but I, do feel that this is, I mean, I feel that this is wrong. Um, some of the posts that I've planned to post, um, just seemed against YouTube's guidelines in general of copyright. They just felt wrong. And I think that the fact that YouTube, would allow that, I mean, it kind of amazes me actually, because, YouTube with all its, ethical, ways of doing it, it's not like, other platforms. Um, I'm just surprised why YouTube would put this addictive feature on there. And, it's like cocaine, it's like drugs. Once you start, you can't stop. Try it. If you haven't tried this feature already, try it. You'll find it's addictive, dangerously addictive. You'll probably find that it's going to take over your life for a little bit. And you'll probably find, like, okay, I have to set some boundaries with this. I have to have some awareness with this. I am at an age in my life where I have a good level of, enough wisdom and awareness to know what is good for me and not, and what is healthy for me and not healthy for me. And I tried to restrict myself from using it in, ways that I wish I did differently, which I'm not going to go into. But as I've said before, that it is just addictive, and that is, one of the reasons. Like, it's fine if something, like a lot of things can be addictive, like, food for good food, that's addictive. That's not a bad thing. But if it's like, drugs, or social media, so like, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why people say get off social media, take away from social media, and this is going to really validate that point even more. Get off social media. And that is the last thing YouTube wants. But it astounds me that YouTube wants to keep you on social media, but in an unhealthy way. I mean, I think that it messes with your other interests. I think that it messes with your real passions, your real interests. I mean, your real passions get neglected for this, and it's like you can easily and naturally allow it to take over if you don't have boundaries on it, if you don't have discipline and you don't limit yourself with it, it can really take over. I have a book that I'm reading. I haven't been able to get to that because I've been dealing with a way to deal with this. I have other interests. And this has kind of taken over the past, few days as I'm filming this video. So that's just my example. But those are some more of my opinions on this feature, which, again, I do believe YouTube should really take down. Putting somebody's name in a song and revealing details about them in just one verse, and even giving their name without potentially That's just invasive. That's just that just gives away too much information about them. And the thing is, I would be less worried if they made like a whole song less addictive than 30 seconds, a whole song that where you're less likely to be addicted to it over and over again. You'll get your fill of it easier. Like it's okay if it keeps the identity without revealing who it is. I mean, maybe they should eliminate that too. I don't know. But get rid of the names. That's what they can do. Like, it is not entirely bad. There are a lot of good things about it. Just YouTube did not do it in the right way. They didn't put proper restrictions on it, and they did it for shorts. The shorter something is, the more you are addicted to it. It's like, I want more, I want more, I want more. That's what they're creating in people. I want more, I want more. Instead of doing it under your videos only, which is like deleting the temptation to get rid of the addiction. I mean, I forgot I was saying. YouTube cannot blame creators. You should have been more ethical about this because it's against copyright. You shouldn't have created somebody that, well, you shouldn't have put that feature on there and you should have put restrictions. It's your fault. Although I did rant on Instagram yesterday and I feel terrible for that and I'm not going to do it again. I agree with everything that I said and I still do today. Is that it is not my fault at all. If I create content on there, if I would create content and it would be flagged and it would be reported, it is not me to blame at all. It is YouTube for allowing me to do that. YouTube shouldn't blame the AI can't do that. YouTube should blame itself because it already has. I put in some tracks and it says can't create the track. What should happen is that I put somebody's name in and it says can't create track. And the fact that it doesn't restrict me from doing that and restrict other creators from doing that is a huge red flag to me. A huge red flag to me. It should even say, like at least say, don't use information about others without their permission. I don't believe that it even said that. Maybe it did, I can't remember, but I don't believe that it said that. That is enough to get me to not do song videos about others. It should say that. Don't make videos about songs without their permission. Right there, clear as crystal. You can't do it. I'm not going to do it. That option's restricted. I'm to move on to other things. It's like, well, I couldn't create that. I couldn't create that thing. Oh well, not a big deal. Just 30 seconds. There's a million other things that the I could have the AI create. Move on. Not a big deal. Just detach from needing every one of your ideas, most of your ideas at least, to be posted to the AI. They have some restrictions, but I don't feel that they have enough restrictions on this thing specifically. And I'm very, very glad I used this feature because if what I've seen videos about AI, but I have not seen a video talking about the negatives of this. And I, as an Aries sun, am the first one to do this, and I am initiating this. And so I guess I'm stepping into my Aries energy by doing this and standing up for myself and others like Aries is. Aries won't just go along to get along, won't, fall in line with it. That's Aries energy. And I feel that I am really embodying Aries energy, or at least I will when I, find a way to have them deal with this. Of course, I can't control them. I can't control what they do. Thank goodness I used it. I mean, I did wish I didn't fall in line with it, but thank goodness I was drawn into it so that I could know what this feature does and how addictive that it could possibly be and how life consuming and take over your life it could possibly be. YouTube can't expect people to have the awareness to schedule their videos. I have the awareness, but not everyone will. Like think of people who are like teenagers coming on YouTube, 17, 18, 19. With social media and everything, this is just taking it to a whole new level. They are going to be glued to their like I'm sorry if I'm ranting, but I have to talk about this. They're going to be glued to their phone, glued to their phone. They're going to be, as I've said, addicted. Their mental health is going to go down. With this feature specifically, I feel that with YouTube videos and shorts, you can engage in them, but they're not like so addicted that you can't focus on other things. What about living life? They're depleting the simplicity of life. Yeah, so many negative, unhealthy things with this that I think that you understand without me having to go into. I just want you to understand how serious I feel this is and how serious this probably is, um, and my feelings on it. I was drawn into it naturally. I didn't have my red flag antenna up. I can't believe I didn't. I kind of blame and feel guilty and blame myself that I didn't. I thought it was really, really neat. AI doesn't have to be a bad thing, but they've set it up to be an addictive, life-consuming monster. It's like, you know, it's like they killed the thing, it died, and then it just risen from the dead again. That's kind of what this is. That's what they did. And just like that one guy was making a video about their shorts being AI, like linked it in one of my posts. Maybe I'll look at the video. I don't know. There was a guy who made a video saying AI is taking my shorts and changing the the short from what he created, his own creation, into AI, into something that was AI. And it's a slightly different thing, but it's still video, it's still shorts, it's still a feature on YouTube that's unethical. YouTube did that. Maybe it took care of that. YouTube should um take this seriously and get rid of that. And I'm surprised why there are not other videos on this because there really should be. There really should be. I guess it hasn't been around long enough. Like I should be searching it and seeing YouTube made an announcement, I'm getting rid of this, or this new AI short feature is unethical, or like something like that on YouTube. I found videos about AI, but not a single video was on this. So I'm going to be the first, and I'm going to speak up about this. It gives other creators permission to steal their um others' information without without creativity and barriers. It should restrict it. It should say without permission. How Now I know I gave into it because I wanted to and it was an option, but how would you like it if somebody else made a song about you without your permission? I don't care what the song is, positive or negative. YouTube trusts it to have common sense, but then yet it allows you to do that. That is perplexing to me. How would you like it if somebody made a song about you without your permission? Now, yes, it can be a surprise. It can be like a birthday present, but on the internet, a video that you can see, like I hope that you're understanding how big of a deal that is, and I hope that you're not going to think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. People do that all the time with like, no, I feel that this is a problem, and I feel that this is a big deal, and I feel that this is wrong. Don't tell me that I'm making this all into a big deal out of nothing. Because this is an issue that I feel passionate about. This is something that I've fallen victim to. So I can't believe that YouTube brought it back. And it steals others' information. It makes images look so real without, noticing AI. That's why I label it AI. Not everyone's going to do that. They should put a message up on the thing saying, if you are going to use this feature, label it AI. Label it AI. Or it wouldn't even allow you to post the video unless you at least enable the ethical shorts that you created AI, unless you put that in there. Otherwise, it wouldn't allow you to post it. That's what it should be doing. That's the kind of restrictions that it should be putting on this. It is it, it is like giving candy to a kid without restrictions. You can have this much candy, but then there's a limit on this. That's what parents do. Is they put limits and boundaries. And YouTube. Now, I will say that there is a limit with that feature, because what I've done is, when I made videos, um when I made AI videos, when I had the AI create the videos, I should say, um after a while, a message popped up saying, "This is really popular. Try again tomorrow." And it was good that that message did show up, but YouTube shouldn't have to restrict it even more. Like, just you could create too many with it thing. YouTube created an addictive monster, and I don't think that they should, restrict it any further. Otherwise, people aren't going to use it. What they should do is take it down. YouTube isn't doing this. It's just continuing to um feed the monster, give in, perpetuate um problems, give the kid the candy. I mean, there's something that that I want to say that I'm not thinking of right now, but you get the point. Um, that's what it's doing with this thing. And the other little thing that I want to say about this that's a problem is it is depleting your creativity. It is stealing your creativity with music. In my case, it is stealing your own identity. Instead of relying on creating your own content. Oh, I have this AI feature now. I can use that. I can have this totally take over my channel, and it allows you to make the videos public. I think that is unacceptable and probably unethical, depending upon the types of things that you're creating out of it. But in general, I do think that what they've created is wrong. I don't want to go on any more about that, but you were becoming overly. I can't remember what I was saying now. I have completely lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something, but then I totally forgot it. I think I thought that the AI feature for videos, but especially for songs, was just so real, so real. But now I realize, you know what? This isn't real. This is just a machine. This is not human. This is not, um, you know, written in by humans. It's soulless. It's soulless. It is a soulless thing that just comes up with lyrics and stuff. It's just a computer generated thing. It's no substitute for human music. Like, I'm thinking of, like, in my case, for, producing choral music. Like, Eric Whitaker, Eric Barnum, um, so many others that I'm not thinking of right now. Um, for that type of music specifically, just as an example, they themselves put the heart and layers of emotion in there. I think that maybe this song is just maybe one emotion or something, not multiple. Like I don't know. But anyway, that's another thought that I had about it. Because, and I don't need to go into the reason why. Bye for now, or not bye for now, but continue on with this video about it. I've been doing that more. Um, I forgot I'm not going to worry about trying to remember what I was going to say. I just want to make this video and I do not want to keep hashing this. I do not want to keep talking about this. I just want this gone and done with and dealt with. And, oh, I think I remember what I was going to say now. Um, you were becoming overly reliant on it. I was like, does it trust people to just have discipline with it and do all this? 'Cause not everybody has the awareness. Not everybody has the discipline to deal with it the proper way that I had, that I've been trying to deal with it. And I've been, mm, really frantically trying to make videos and schedule them ahead of time daily so that I wouldn't be addicted to it. I intentionally did that so I wouldn't be addicted to it. It is um like I'm not going to totally make my channel AI. I want to make some of my content AI, but I want to have my own content. Like it is going to be so nice if this feature ever goes away to just make my own content and not have to worry about being this an option and me trying to resist the option. But because I know that this is going to be dealt with in some way or another, I will resist the option until this is dealt with. Because now that I know this and now that I haven't resisted, I'm gonna you know, not give in and deal with this. It is depleting others' own sovereignty to create their own content. It is depleting others' creativity. Like I will admit to you that I have created songs and I will say I will use like a verse out of this song and create it. Like I had a little thought that I was become overly reliant on it. And I was worried that I was going to become that, and I thought that I didn't have to worry about it anymore when they took it away, but they brought it back, and this is an issue. That's what I want you to get from this video. If you're not already aware of it, I just wanted you to be aware in this video, but I couldn't not make this video. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use it against them. I'm gonna use it against them. I'm gonna fight fire with fire. Um, So, as a kind of, I guess, protest against this, what I'm going to do as this video is coming out, it's not after the video, as the video is coming out on my channel, I do want to just say that I will link below this video a short that I will leave on my channel as, as just the one short that is, just a reminder of how I feel about this. It is one of those, shorts, those AI shorts. However, it is about the thing itself. And, it is one verse because this is, yeah, I mean, I might as well do this. I mean, so I will link that below as kind of a way to sort of fight against this thing by, it's like, as I've said, I'm not going to repeat it before. So I just thought, well, gosh darn it, I'm just going to do it. So, the video is linked below this video. Um, I'll leave it publicly. Yeah, I'll leave it up publicly because I want to continue to see that and I want others to see it and know my true feelings on it. So that's what I'm going to do so that you can see that video. That's all I want to say here. They need to know and they need to address this once and for all. My feelings might change a little bit about this, but right now, as I'm editing this video, I just feel very much against this thing that I'm talking about. Very much against it. I mean, the whole thing I'm against. The music for it not being, real, being made by real composers from who I'd rather see make music, not some machine. Um, the video feature for making things look, so real um, and that being very addictive, the other things on there being very addictive. So I feel very, very against it, and I do not want to have anything to do with it anymore after today. Um, after I that other short is produced, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of deleting those videos that I made on my own channel. Um, it's because I mean, it's just, they're cool and whatever. But for several reasons, I don't want to steal the ideas off of that for my own music when I become a composer, potentially. Um, and for other reasons that I probably already talked about in this video, I'm going, I think I'm going to get rid of those. We'll see how I feel. I mean, I may repost them again just to have something. I mean, I don't know. It's not set in stone, but yeah, I mean, like you have to be okay with me contradicting myself because that's what people do is they say one thing and they say something slightly different. Like that's okay. That it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can, I think I want to talk about promises here. You can promise to people in your life and keep those promises, but let me tell you, I don't promise to my followers anything. I don't promise to my followers that I'm going to do this thing. Even though I might want to say it like I'm going to do this, it's not a guarantee that I'll do it because I want to give myself permission to not do it if I don't want to, but I will allow myself to say that because I feel so proud and I want to say that. So that it like I don't make videos to cater to followers. I think that that's wrong. I think that that's very, very wrong. This video is a little bit of an exception though because I want to get it out to as many people as possible. I want so many people to know about this and stand up against it and do all these things. So I am making some exceptions with this, keeping the natural integrity of what I said in there, but just getting rid of some things a couple of which I would potentially leave in there. But that's kind of what I've already said. So anyway, that's all that I have in this video about the AI feature. Um, and I hope that you found some value. I would encourage you to comment down below about, I would really, really encourage you, if you agree with me on this, I would encourage you to comment your thoughts about it and your opinions about it down below and share it with others so that the message can get out about this. For those who use it and for those who may be interested in it. Um, I would encourage you to share with others who are creators who especially produce shorts or maybe you don't have or maybe you have I mean just I don't want to make it too complicated for myself. Just I would encourage you to share it. I'm not like telling you must share it, but because I don't do that, but I would really encourage you if this video in particular would be shared. So that's all I want to say, and thank you for watching.